Picture this. While you watched Netflix last night, artificial intelligence eliminated 12,000 jobs across America. Not in some distant future. Yesterday. Today. Right now. The World Bank's latest projections paint a terrifying picture. By 2030, AI could displace 800 million workers globally. That's not a typo. 800 million human beings whose skills will become obsolete faster than they can retrain. But here's what makes this crisis different from every industrial revolution before it. This time, the wealth isn't trickling down. It's flowing upward at unprecedented speed, creating a chasm between the AI-empowered elite and everyone else that threatens to tear society apart. Goldman Sachs economists estimate that generative AI could boost global GDP by $7 trillion over the next decade. $7 trillion. Yet their own research shows that 300 million full-time jobs could vanish in the process. The math is brutal and simple. AI creates immense value, but only for those who own it. While tech billionaires add billions to their fortunes overnight, truck drivers, accountants, radiologists, and journalists face an uncertain future. The question isn't whether this transformation will happen. It's already happening. The question is whether we'll survive it intact as a society. What you're about to discover will fundamentally change how you see the future of work, wealth, and human dignity itself. McKinsey Global Institute's research reveals a shocking truth. AI doesn't just replace workers. It systematically favors capital over labor in ways we've never seen before. Traditional automation replaced muscle power. AI replaces brain power. And that changes everything. Consider this. When factories automated in the 1900s, displaced workers could retrain for new roles. But AI learns faster than humans can adapt. OpenAI's GPT models improve exponentially every few months, while human retraining takes years. The World Economic Forum estimates that by 2025, 50% of all employees will need reskilling. But here's the cruel irony. The same companies deploying AI to eliminate jobs are the ones expected to retrain their workers. It's like asking a demolition crew to rebuild the house they just destroyed. MIT economist Daron Acemoglu warns that current AI development prioritizes replacing workers over augmenting them. Why? Because replacement generates immediate cost savings, while augmentation requires investment in human potential. Shareholders prefer the former. The numbers are staggering. Amazon's warehouses now operate with 60% fewer human workers than 5 years ago. JP Morgan Chase uses AI to perform 360,000 hours of legal work annually, work that previously employed lawyers. Meanwhile, these same companies report record profits. But this is just the beginning. What's coming next will make these changes look modest by comparison. While millions face job displacement, a small group of individuals is accumulating wealth at rates that would make ancient emperors jealous. The AI revolution isn't creating shared prosperity. It's building digital dynasties. Elon Musk's net worth increased by $100 billion in 2021 alone, largely driven by Tesla's AI capabilities. Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, saw his wealth grow from $3 billion to $40 billion as his company became the backbone of the AI revolution. These aren't gradual accumulations. They're wealth explosions. The Oxfam report reveals that the richest 1% now owns more wealth than the bottom 50% of humanity combined. But AI is accelerating this concentration at unprecedented speed. When a single algorithm can replace thousands of workers while generating millions in savings, the math becomes inevitable. Consider OpenAI's valuation, from $0 to $90 billion in just 5 years. That's faster wealth creation than any company in human history. Yet, OpenAI employs fewer than 2,000 people. Compare that to General Motors, which employs 150,000 people but is worth only $50 billion. The pattern is clear. AI companies create enormous value with minimal human input. The profits flow to founders, investors, and shareholders, not to the workers whose jobs the technology eliminates. Stanford economist Eric Brynjolfsson calls this digital feudalism, a system where a few tech lords control the means of production, while everyone else becomes economically dependent. Behind every efficiency gain lies a human story of displacement and struggle. The World Bank estimates that 40% of jobs in developing countries face high automation risk. That's not just statistics. It's 2 billion people whose livelihoods hang in the balance. Take radiologists. AI can now detect cancer in medical scans with 95% accuracy, better than most human doctors. Sounds like progress, right? But what happens to the thousands of radiologists who spent decades training for careers that AI can now perform better and cheaper? Dr. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, recently left Google to warn about AI's dangers. His concern isn't just about superintelligence, it's about the immediate human cost of displacement happening right now. We need to think seriously about how to maintain human dignity in a world where human labor becomes increasingly irrelevant, he warns. The psychological impact is devastating. A Harvard study found that long-term unemployment caused by technological displacement leads to higher rates of depression, substance abuse, and suicide. When people lose not just jobs but purpose, entire communities collapse. If you're finding this information valuable and want to stay informed about these critical changes shaping our future, consider subscribing to our channel. We're committed to bringing you the research and analysis you need to understand and navigate these transformations. But the story gets more complex when we examine who benefits from this disruption. The AI revolution isn't just redistributing wealth, it's concentrating power in ways that threaten democratic institutions themselves. 5 companies, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, and Meta, control 70% of global cloud infrastructure. They're not just businesses, they're digital governments with more influence than most nations. This concentration creates what economists call platform monopolies. Unlike traditional monopolies that controlled physical resources, these companies control information itself. They decide what we see, what we buy, and increasingly, who gets hired or fired. Amazon's AI systems now make hiring decisions for millions of jobs. Google's algorithms determine which businesses succeed online. Microsoft's AI tools decide which students get into universities. These aren't neutral technologies, they're power structures that amplify existing inequalities. The European Union's Digital Markets Act attempts to regulate these giants, but they're growing faster than governments can respond. Apple's market cap exceeds the GDP of most countries. Amazon's logistics network rivals national postal services. These companies operate beyond traditional regulatory frameworks. Professor Shoshana Zuboff of Harvard warns of surveillance capitalism, a system where human behavior becomes raw material for AI systems that predict and modify our actions. We're not just losing jobs to AI, we're losing autonomy to algorithms designed to maximize profit for their owners. The result is a new form of inequality, not just economic, but informational and algorithmic. Those who control AI don't just have more money, they have more power to shape reality itself. We're approaching what economists call a technological singularity. Not the sci-fi version where AI becomes conscious, but an economic singularity where AI-driven inequality becomes irreversible. The signs are everywhere. Recent studies show that AI productivity gains are concentrated in the top 10% of companies, while smaller businesses struggle to afford AI implementation. This creates a digital divide, where large corporations become exponentially more efficient, while small businesses become obsolete. The gig economy, once seen as a solution to job displacement, is itself being automated. Uber is testing self-driving cars. DoorDash is deploying delivery robots. Even the human jobs in the digital economy are disappearing. Universal basic income proposed by tech leaders like Sam Altman sounds compassionate but may actually accelerate inequality. UBI funded by AI-generated wealth could create a permanent class of dependents, while AI owners accumulate unlimited power. It's digital feudalism with a humanitarian face. The World Bank warns that without intervention, AI could create technological apartheid, a world divided between AI-empowered elites and everyone else. The window for preventing this outcome is closing rapidly, but perhaps most disturbing is how normalized this inequality has become. We celebrate AI breakthroughs while ignoring their human cost. We marvel at efficiency gains while communities collapse. We've been conditioned to see technological progress as inherently good, even when it destroys lives. The question isn't whether we can stop AI development. We can't and shouldn't. The question is whether we can democratize its benefits before it's too late. Despite the grim projections, solutions exist, but they require unprecedented cooperation between governments, corporations, and civil society. The Nordic countries offer a glimpse of what's possible. Denmark has implemented flexicurity, a system that combines job market flexibility with robust social safety nets and continuous retraining programs. When AI displaces workers, they receive income support while acquiring new skills. The result? Denmark has one of the world's lowest unemployment rates, despite high automation. Estonia has made digital literacy mandatory in schools and provides free AI training for adults. Singapore's Skills Future program gives every citizen credits for lifelong learning. These aren't perfect solutions, but they show that proactive policy can mitigate AI's disruptive effects. Some economists propose robot taxes, fees on AI systems that replace human workers, with revenues funding retraining and social programs. Others suggest data dividends, sharing AI profits with the people whose data makes these systems possible. The key insight is that AI's benefits don't have to concentrate at the top. With proper governance, AI could reduce working hours while maintaining living standards. It could eliminate dangerous jobs while creating new forms of meaningful work. It could enhance human capabilities rather than replace them. But this requires political will that currently doesn't exist. It requires corporations to prioritize long-term social stability over short-term profits. It requires citizens to demand more than just efficiency from their technologies. The AI revolution is inevitable. How its benefits are distributed is not. The choices we make in the next 5 years will determine whether AI becomes humanity's greatest tool or its final divider. Thank you for watching this deep dive into AI's impact on inequality. If this analysis helped you understand these critical issues, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more investigative content on technology's role in shaping our future. Share your thoughts in the comments. Are you optimistic or concerned about AI's impact on society? Your engagement helps us continue producing the research-driven content you need to navigate our rapidly changing world.